Yo, Carrot Attack podcast with myself, Daps,
No Spence, but
Lamin. I shout out Spence and Michael every single time.
Big up Spence, big up Michael.
Yes,
Not
guys.
in the building, but big them up.
Guys, keep liking, subscribing, sharing. Yes, that's it. That's what I normally say, innit?
Yeah.
Keep liking, subscribing, sharing, all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
And thanks for all the feedback. It's so funny, the feedback when you're on.
Yeah.
I know the feedback when it's just me and someone else, it's like, oh, great podcast, Daps. You know, I get feedback here and there, but I don't get people offering opinions. But when you're on engagement, just
the people trying to come for me.
Yeah? No. They might not come for you. No. Last week they didn't come for you, but I just noticed when you're on.
Is it? People talk.
Yeah.
I like that. It's good.
Like the whole last week, which one was it?
That was Eduardo.
Yeah,
That's good.
That was good engagement.
I mean, some people chat shit though, man. Yeah, they do, man.
To be fair,
rubbish, bro.
I had a couple of suggestions.
There's some good ones. No, I saw some.
Defoe's a good one. Yeah,
I did see that. There's someone else I saw actually, and I thought, we might have missed one, you know.
Van Persie.
No, I'm close to that, but I don't think so. Oh man, who was it? I think was it Scott? What did Scott Ellis say?
Kane. Was it Kane?
He said Kane. I think we might have missed that one.
But I'm alright missing Kane, to be totally honest.
The thing is, he's a goal scorer, but it's different from what the ilk of what we're saying. It's different, but maybe I don't know. Were we going for something that's a little bit more easier on the eye, let's say, or are we going for something that we just think, how does this guy score? Do you see what I'm saying? Because if you look at it, who do we name? We said Eduardo.
It's funny because
Thierry.
I had some people telling me that Eduardo is a really good shout.
No, 100% it is.
I had some people just rubbishing it.
Yeah. Some people want to throw mud.
I started thinking,
it's bullshit.
am I going mad here?
But that's what I'm saying. Some people just want to throw mud at it, but they haven't reflected on it in the way that we reflected on it. We actually gave it conscious thought. It wasn't we just said, yeah, just throw a name in it. No. And look at the company that we put him in.
Yeah.
Bruv, like that was thought through.
Seth Combo shot him at, thought Andy shouldn't be in there.
He thought he shouldn't be in there?
Yeah, he said Andy missed quite a few. He said.
Hold on, mate. DJ Seth Combo.
Yeah, Seth Combo.
Shout out Seth Combo. Hey, his mixes are sick.
Yeah.
Hey, his mixes go off.
Think about every time.
Make sure you tag him in that comment for you as well.
No, definitely will. Yeah, he said.
I don't know. Andy's a bit like Marmite. For some, all day long. For others, they think he comes out. But the rest, you can't really. I don't think you could disagree with the rest at all.
Yeah, man. But where are we starting today? Obviously, not spoken since the weekend's football. Let's just quickly brush over it because it's kind of like old news now. Man United, Man City.
I think United done well.
You know, I hate when they do well.
I don't like it either. I actually
what?
think United done well.
I'm used to them winning in a way where
it's just horrible to watch, isn't it?
Yeah, or even when they do play well, it's not against the top opposition.
It's not against the best. Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas this Man City game, they totally just done them over.
No, they were the better team. To be fair,
do
you know what I found about United against City? They looked so much in control of what they were doing.
That's what I'm saying.
Which is so different to what they, like you said, which is so different to what they normally look like. They normally look like they just win. They
normally look like they're waiting for the individual to
shout counter.
Yeah, or individual
moments.
Do you know what I'm saying?
They looked in control, to be fair.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna lie to you.
Go on.
Like,
say his name.
Ollie's game plan.
No, his game plan works. But who's okay? So I like Gary Neville. Me and Gary Neville certain times we're on the same wavelength there. I said, different manager. Luke Shaw's a different player. I said that.
Oh, flipping hell.
I said that. I did say that. Go back and check. I don't know what episode it was. Go back and check.
Can I also say that. You said that under Mourinho, but this is his
manager.
Third. This is his third, maybe fourth manager that he's been at. Probably third.
Third, yeah.
Van Gaal, Mourinho.
Who brought him? Van Gaal.
It might be Van Gaal.
I don't know. Okay, say Van Gaal, Mourinho, and Ollie.
Potentially more, but I'm not too sure.
I don't think it. Yeah. So say it's third. Yeah, but in fairness, he's had a lot of injury problems though.
No, but this is what I'm trying to say.
I don't know why you lot don't like Luke Shaw. I think Luke Shaw's sick.
I like Luke Shaw. I like Luke Shaw a lot. But if we're looking at his time at United,
yeah, Spence will say that
years,
Mourinho's treatment or made him the player he is. Absolutely not. Bullshit.
Shall I tell you what I genuinely feel like?
Go on.
It's the fact that they bought Tellers.
Yeah, competition.
Yeah, they brought in competition, and suddenly he's a different player because
But
Ollie had him last year as well.
But to be fair,
Ollie had him last year as well.
that's true. And last year you could see it coming through.
No, you couldn't.
Nah, I could. But
You
you watch it and you think, okay, they bought in Tellers, but he's never really ever not had somebody else. Don't forget, Mourinho's playing. Who's Mourinho? He's playing Ashley Young there.
Exactly. But Ashley Young's not even.
Yeah, but that's worse.
Ashley Young's not even a left back.
But that's what I'm saying. That's worse.
No, but the thing is, but you say it's worse, but Luke Shaw He also wasn't performing with his time. On top of that, he's not performing, but then he gets injured as well. Whereas
I think it was the injuries.
Whereas at the time, Ashley Young is consistently giving you
Yeah.
a 7 out of 10, maybe. A game.
Yeah.
Six,
Six,
but
seven,
he's
six,
a
seven,
steady
six,
Eddie.
seven,
A steady Eddie at
steady.
left back, and you know what he's giving you. He's
Yeah.
not a world beater. He's not even left-footed. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But
it's just mad at itself. Isn't it?
but Luke Shaw at times was very underwhelming. Like, you just have to just say that.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Whereas this season, he's doing bits.
He's Gary Neville said he's probably been one of their best players, and I agree with that.
Yeah, but I said that a couple months ago actually. About
because you
Luke Shaw,
you could see it coming.
that he's actually been playing well.
You could see it coming.
And my thing is always like the same criticism we give players
Yeah.
when they're not doing well.
We should
or
give them the same
managers,
praise
we
when
should
they
give
do.
them the same praise.
100%.
Do you get what I'm saying? And a lot of United fans, for whatever reason, no, I know the reasons because he hasn't been performing well, but still they find it hard to just give him
Credit.
the credit.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But then, on the other hand, some have, given him the credit that.
Do you find that you get two kinds of United fans?
I say that all the time.
Oh, do
I say that all the time. You get the ones who are just
red lenses.
yeah, and then you get the ones who are
They can
just
see
balanced
they can
or
see no
whatever.
wrong. Yeah.
But
that's true.
like, there's fans that
Same as Chelsea fans. Same kind of problem.
shout across.
Shout across. Yeah.
You know what it is with United fans? I say this all the time. There's always this divide.
Yeah.
There's the ones who love Rashford and don't like Martial
That one's bullshit though.
and don't like Martial.
That
And
one.
there's some that love Martial, don't like Rashford, but then
Who loves Martial?
Huh?
Who loves Martial?
What? Don't you hear Martial FC?
No,
Martial FC is a thing.
really?
These guys that are ready to die on the hill for Martial. Do you get what I'm saying?
How?
No, Martial's a good player. We're not going to say that.
No, he is. No,
Martial's
I'm not
a
going to
good
throw shit.
player.
I'm not going to throw shit on his name. But how?
Listen, I was having arguments with people
Martial's a man who's been at a club 5 years and he's still talking about his potential. Bro.
longer than 5 years.
Well, exactly. I'm being kind.
Has it been 5
And we're
years?
still talking about his potential.
5, 6 years. This is
Who
what I'm
bought
saying.
him? The Moyes bought him. Moyes bought him.
I can't remember. Let me double
Because,
check.
brother, Anthony Martial, this geezer, I don't know, man.
United fans aren't going to like you today, boy.
No, they're not. But the jury's out. I'm just being honest. I'm just telling the truth.
They're not going to like you.
The jury's out, bruv. Yeah, but show me the evidence.
Wait, one second. Martial.
Nah. Martial, I like him I liked him before he came to United. And I liked him when he first came because you could see the shoots of unbelievable quality. You could see this guy has got something that is different and it's crazy. But guys,
2015.
so 6 years.
6 years.
So he has been, to be fair, the guy's been inconsistently good.
Yeah, I would.
So that means he's been consistently kind of bad.
He's now 25 years old.
And he came at 19.
Yeah.
He's a man now. He's coming into his peak in 2 or 3 years.
Mm.
He's not a man who looks like he's anywhere near it, bruv.
You think
Sorry.
so?
Nah, he don't look like he's near his peak.
I think
The kind of striker he is.
I think that's number one. What is his position? I think he wants to play striker, but
He wants to play as the 9.
I don't think he's that number 9
Do
player.
you know what? And everyone goes on about Souness, yeah? But when he did analysis of Martial, I think a couple of weeks ago.
Shit.
Yeah?
Make sure just.
And to be fair to Graham Souness, I actually agreed with him on the Martial point when he said something. I think it might have been, was it Souness? I'm sure it was Souness. When he's basically, they did the freeze frames, innit? Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Where they're talking about the ball going out wide.
Mm-hmm.
And they compared him and Cavani, for example,
Mm.
right? Cavani's instinct is a number 9, even though he drifts. But his instinct is box, box, box.
Mm.
Martial, and I think they said Martial, Rashford, and probably Mason Greenwood, yeah?
Mm.
They don't have that 9 instinct at all.
Yeah.
They're good goal scorers, they're good footballers, they're fantastic players, great ability, but they don't have the instinct to be a number 9 at a club like Man United because they don't do the number 9 things that you need to do.
Yeah.
Like, people go on about Firmino, yeah? And in fairness, Liverpool done well yesterday without him, and I was actually happy that they dropped him because I think he's been a problem for them for a while. But no, he has 100%. But if you look at what Firmino does, he's always occupying the 9 role, right?
Mhm.
Whether he's kind of it'll
I see
be
what you're saying.
yeah. So he creates something by just being in an area.
It's funny as well because when I had Andy Cole on the Clubhouse,
Andy Cole,
every time.
Andy Cole gets the ball, scores a goal.
Andy Cole. We're gonna have to do it every time. we mention
Every
his name.
time.
But I don't know if I asked him or someone. No, I asked him.
Yeah.
Who is United's best striker?
What did he say?
He said by far Cavani. He said,
Oh, yeah, of
he
course.
said it's not even close.
Why am I even
Yeah,
surprised by
he said it's not even close.
that? Serious.
And he said he thinks Martial is a winger.
Is that a winger?
Yeah, he said Martial isn't
He's
a
not
player
a nine,
that wants. He said Martial doesn't look like a player that wants to score.
He
goals.
don't die for that. That's not.
Yeah,
Yeah,
don't.
like,
Whereas-
he's not there for that.
Yeah, he don't want to. No, obviously he wants to score
Yeah,
goals.
but he's not
He's not like
breaking his neck. That's what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like you say, he likes to drift out and whatever. And my thing with him is that I think you summed it up totally right. Martial's been inconsistently good.
Inconsistently good. Yeah,
Yeah.
which is not good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he's been inconsistently good. And the thing is, what's the most annoying thing about Martial is that you can see he's got all the
Mate,
traits to be a top
the
player.
attributes are
He's
out
got
of this world.
He's got
man.
it all to be a top player. But for whatever reason, it's just not clicking at times. Against Man City,
When the guy picks up the ball and runs at you, yeah,
it's ridiculous.
it's frightening.
It's
bro.
ridiculous. Against Man City, that's the Martial everyone wants to see. But then next week, if they play Burnley or
I
someone,
knew he was going to say Burnley. He's just not at it. Like,
Yeah.
completely off, though.
do you know what I mean? And I
It's
think
strange, man.
and last year where he scored 17 goals or whatever, and people were telling me he's better than Aubameyang.
It's a bit of a myth, though, isn't it? He scored the 13 or 17 or 19 or 20 goals, but it's a little bit of a myth. It's a bit of a mystery. It's a weird
Do you know
mystery.
what's mad? Last year was the first time he's consistently over the course of a season, and was it even over the course of a season? But
Yeah.
over the course of a season, he's done.
He's consistently
He's done well.
Yeah.
The first time in the 4 or 5 years that they bought him, he's done that. And if he continues to do that, I'd have no
You'll have no problems.
I'd have no problems. But he doesn't. Do you get what I'm saying? And I think there's people who need to actually accept that he needs to do better at times.
Bro,
When he plays like last week
I
against
don't know
Man
what
City,
people-
I have
what
no
people see,
issues.
though.
I have no issues.
but this is what I'm saying. Okay, you've made a brilliant point there, yeah? You've seen him against City,
Mhm.
and you maybe saw him 2 games before that. Then you're going to see him a couple of games after. When you see a different player, how does it not dawn on you that you've seen a player who's been so effective to then go to a player who's been so ineffective?
Mm.
Like, to be fair to Aubameyang, and no one can say anything about Aubameyang to me or to anyone, yeah?
Mm.
Because Aubameyang's game don't change.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether he's having a good day or bad day. His game's the same.
And do you know why as well? Yeah, I've like not struggled with the Aubameyang critics this year. It's because in a time where people have known about Aubameyang on a world stage, this is the first season
Ever.
He's actually struggled.
Yeah, like he's struggling, and he's not even struggled. He's struggling
And
to get consistency
not even that,
Mm.
he's struggling in a struggling team.
in a very
Well, at the beginning of the season, we were definitely struggling.
in a very strong.
Do you
No,
get
we're
what
still
I'm
no. Let's not misunderstand.
No.
We are very much
No,
struggling.
but I think the struggle now is different to the struggle of the
it's
beginning.
different. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what we were watching at the beginning of the year, at the beginning of the season, was just absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? Do you get what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But the thing about Aubameyang is that it's always that thing about form and like form being temporary and class.
Class is permanent.
permanent.
Yeah,
Do
100%.
you get what I'm saying?
agree.
Because recent weeks, he's now like, oh, he's still there.
Yeah,
People
yeah,
were quick
yeah.
to rub him up. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hat-trick against Leeds, then went and scored 2 against Benfica.
Yeah,
Got
yeah.
1 against Burnley the other day.
He's-
That Burnley
he's
game, by
getting-
the way, was
Just
just
getting the flow again.
yeah. So like, people just need to. We say it all the time. They're so reactionary. They just need to just sit back and let things play out. Do you get what I'm saying? If a player over the last couple of years has shown you time and time
Yeah,
again that
he's not shit
a
now.
top player, you don't. It's the same thing what we're saying about managers. Overnight, you don't just become a bad.
You can't
manager.
be. And
you
this
get
what
what
I'm saying.
I'm
That's another thing. I think Liverpool fans are psychotic. I
Mate,
think they suffer from a. I think they suffer.
oh, we're in the
from a-
same group.
Yeah. They suffer from a form of psychosis, bro.
Who's it in our group? That's
Jamal.
oh my
Jamal starts
gosh.
saying, I couldn't believe it. I was like, him of all people. Jamal's very
Who's that?
studied.
If they lose,
Jamal's a very studied person around football.
Mate,
Right?
I think he was saying
I couldn't believe it.
if they lose,
So Klopp has to go.
yeah, if they lose, it's a conversation that like they need to have that. I'm like, no.
But then, to be fair, when they put out the team yesterday, he said Klopp's back.
Yeah, but no, but
Yeah.
it's like 1 minute you want him to go.
Do you know what it is? I think it's that Firmino thing. Remember, I've been saying that. Listen, I'm not wrong when I call out these players. I'm telling you, it's him. It's him. Oh, no,
Okay,
I'm telling you, it's him.
Why is Firmino the problem?
And I just used him as an example as a 9 as well. You know. And now I'm gonna kind of get onto him a little bit. But no, bro, whatever he's doing is rubbing out what the team need to do. Firmino he's positionally defensive positionally. Sorry, he's positioned defensively. It seems like he feels like he doesn't have to work anymore.
I think so.
Yeah, watch his reactions. Firmino of a year ago, 2 years ago, guess what he's doing? He's hassling, he's harassing, he's running this man down, he's giving that man a problem. Now he's this.
But
Him and his nice veneers.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
How bad are they?
Like, bruv, nah, mate, I'm not.
No, do you know what it is?
I'm not with it, bruv.
I think it's that whole thing with tellers and that. Can you hear Bear Rustling?
No. Yeah. I just wanted to see if the thing was right. Hey, what are you doing? Wait, you just looking chocolate monster.
Get the thing you want.
It's Easter, isn't it? Nah. I'm off and shit. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I think my thing with Firmino is that I love the work he does.
Yeah.
But
when it's going well.
It's that whole thing with Shaw and Tellers. Like,
There's no competition.
There's no
Because
competition.
he's not playing Origi.
The last three...
Even though Origi, from an impact perspective, has a really sizable impact on the outcome of football matches.
I hear that, but is he like...
But he's not... You can't say he's competition because you can never... You wouldn't start Origi over Firmino. This is the problem.
That's what I'm saying. And like, the thing is, I think over the last 3-4 years...
Yeah.
Liverpool have played the exact same team.
Exact same team, exact same shape, exact same form.
Like,
you're going to get found out, innit?
Yeah.
You're going to need to change something.
And sometimes you need to just, like you say, change something. Some people need to kick up the arse. I'm pretty sure if there was a player that could come in and challenge Mane, you see a better Mane all of a sudden. Because I'm not going to lie to you, Mane ain't really been it for this season for me.
No, he hasn't. He's been they've all kind of weirdly struggled. And I don't get how, they've all weirdly struggled. All of them. All of them at the same time. Mane's not really been at it. But at the same time, I think, I don't know, I don't see the same unselfishness from him. And I think I've always said it. If you give a man credit, when the credit's due, he continues doing what he's doing.
But I don't think he's been bad.
No, but just not it. Even Salah's been getting goals, but he's not, again, he's another one. He's not been firing.
Funny, it's so funny to me though, the Salah critics. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
As long as Salah does what he does, and continues to just get them over the line, no one can say anything.
No one can say nothing to me.
Imagine being a Premier League top goal scorer and people still
calling for you. And did you watch his interview last night?
Mm-mm.
They asked him about you missing a lot of chances. Did you watch the game? Against Leipzig, he's missing. He missed bare. Like he was missing like one-on-ones.
He's always been that kind of player though.
One-on-ones. Like, no, I'm talking like the ones where he'll get that twice in a game, he'll bag one. He missed like 3 or 4 of them.
But yeah, do you ever look at Salah and think to yourself, he's clinical?
Do you know what? I didn't used to. The season before last, when he first came, I was like, oh, he's not clinical enough. But I ain't gonna lie. I've changed my tune. You don't want to give him a chance.
I think
you don't want to give him a chance.
But that's what I'm saying.
Trust me.
I hear that. You don't want to give him a chance.
I changed my
tune. But then sometimes you can give him that chance.
Like yesterday. Do you know who you don't want to give that chance to? Sadio Mane. Because he bags. If you actually look at it, this guy. No. Hear me out. If you look at Mane's the amount of times, okay, if you compared Mane's chances to Salah's chances, you'd see that Mane's chances are normally a bit more difficult. The degree, I'm telling you.
Okay.
Do you know why? Because I've always said they're trying to set my guy up. That's what it is. They don't want Mane to win, bro. Do you know what I mean? But if you look at his conversions, off of the chances he has, I think his conversions are. I'll be honest. I've watched Liverpool enough in the last few years to realise he don't get the same chances, but he seems to always score. Right?
Who?
Mane did
Mane.
that, yeah?
Mm.
Salah gets chances now because he's their main man.
Mm.
And do you know what? To be fair to him, outside of yesterday, in a normal day, yesterday's game happened a year ago, he would have scored 4.
Yeah,
Calmly.
I know, but like, okay, so when we're talking about
4 out of like 6 chances.
okay, so for example, Salah, extraordinary goal scorer.
Proven to be, yeah.
It's like last week when we were doing that talk about some of the best finishers we've seen and blah blah blah. Would you have put Salah in there?
No.
Exactly.
He doesn't feature in that list yet for me.
That's what I'm saying. So I don't know. Salah's always been this guy that can miss a few, but when he does finish,
yeah, it's special.
Yeah, it's
because he's finishing some of them. You think, fuck.
Did you see Champions League yesterday?
I watched a little bit. I don't know what's going on.
Mate, no. In fact, forget that. The Juventus Porto game.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my gosh. Bro, do you know how good of a game that was?
Do you know what? And I didn't even catch the whole match, but I caught the good bits.
I caught, because I was watching, there was another match on before. I was watching Dortmund and Sevilla.
Yeah, that was a mismatch.
I was watching Dortmund and Sevilla at first. And then even that was a good game.
It was good, but
and then I changed it.
But that game it didn't light you up though. It weren't sexy.
Because I think
it weren't sexy, man.
I think number one, Dortmund always looked like
they were always going to go through, man.
Yeah, but then Sevilla came.
Not in doubt.
Sevilla then came back into it, but once Haaland got that second goal,
and Sevilla not as good as they used to be either. They're not as good as they used to be.
I feel like they are, but they're good in Europa. I think when
you feel like they're Europa?
yeah, they're Europa. That's why they always win it.
Yeah,
I feel like when it comes to like the top boys,
yeah, they probably fall a little bit.
I feel like they.
Nah, Haaland is and even that Dortmund team, they're not as good as they used to be.
No, they're not. They're not. But I'm not going to lie to you. That team is so young that in
that's
years,
the thing you
in
give
years
them.
to come,
if they can keep the team together,
in years to come,
they will be frightening.
That's going to be
they will
really,
be frightening.
really. But very quickly before I come off Dortmund, you see this Haaland guy. Yeah?
I wanted to talk about that today because
you see this Haaland guy.
Yeah, it's different.
I put my Instagram a couple of weeks ago. who my top 3 youngsters are in the world.
Yeah, it's different.
So I put Mbappe, Haaland, and then I put Mbappe, I put Haaland third. I put João Felix second. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I love João Felix. Do you know what? He needs to leave Atletico.
Yeah,
he needs to leave Atletico. But I'm telling you.
No, he's a player though.
You see João Felix, yeah?
Yeah, he's a player.
Oh my gosh.
He's a player still.
He's one that people are going to really respect when he leaves Atletico, I reckon.
Yeah, when he gets the proper stage, innit?
Yeah, I mean, he's got the stage now, to be honest.
Yeah, he has, but he hasn't. Atleti don't.
No, but it's the style.
It's the style that works.
It's the style that don't suit him. But
he's got to go Real Madrid.
He's got something special in him. But but Haaland, there's when you look at his physique, when you look at his stature,
no, it's different.
There's no reason why he should be as athletic and dynamic as he is.
Yeah.
Bruh, the guy he's got speed. He can, when he jumps up to do bicycle kicks and what, listen.
Yeah, it's proper. Do you know what I said in the group earlier on? I don't like the people keep throwing stats about this and the other, and he's done remarkably well for a young man who's with very limited experience, yeah? But the big but is, and in fact, he's not a beast. The guy's a monster. Erling Haaland is a monster. Absolute monster.
He just knows where the goal is.
And do you know what though? Do you know what I like about him more than anything else? His mentality. Don't care. I'm just going to score.
The thing is,
I don't care. I'm just going to score.
Do you know what else I like? He's here to just.
Yeah.
He don't give a toss.
He's not here for the bullshit.
When I hear him in his interviews.
His interviews are quality. Do you know what? When I first thought I'm going to stop cutting you. When I first watched his interview, I thought someone was talking over it. I couldn't believe how frank this guy was.
Mate.
Like, yeah, I scored a goal.
Yeah, and even when he's talking about, the goalkeeper, he said something like when he first
he cheated. He said he cheated. He come off the line and he started shouting at me. So I thought, oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm going to shout back.
I'm going to shout back.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Or even when he said, after the first leg, when he said, I saw Mbappe score a hat-trick last night.
Is that what he said?
Yeah, he said, I saw Mbappe score a hat-trick. So then I had to come and get me, like do whatever.
I didn't see that interview.
I love that so much.
Yeah, that's quality.
It shows that, like, yes, they see each other.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And even though, like, obviously, everyone's starting to do this whole Mbappe and Haaland thing.
Yeah.
I don't really want that.
No.
Why I don't want that is because Messi and Ronaldo look like they're on their way. Is that me or you?
That's me.
Yeah. Messi and Ronaldo are
on their way out. You can see it now.
Yeah.
It's starting to become more apparent, isn't it? Yeah.
They're on their way out now. I don't want it to be a thing where another two players just dominate. Like
I don't actually think
if
the next generation will be like that.
No, but if they're good enough
Yeah.
to be miles ahead of
And to
everyone,
carry that, yeah.
then fair enough. But it's just like right now, the only people they talk about is Mbappe
Or
and
Haaland.
it's like they have to have another two people.
Yeah. And I think it's partly because Haaland's impact is just so in your face.
Mm.
I still think Mbappe's got a lot of development, you know.
No, but that's what makes him so scary.
I still think he's got a lot of development.
But that's what makes him so scary.
But do you know what though? In fairness to him, okay, when you've got blistering speed like that, yeah, and you're not bad with your feet, and you get what you're trying to do, you are always in a game where you have to get from one goal to another goal. Sorry, in a game we have to get from one goal to another goal. You are always going to be a valuable asset. Always. There's never any contention about it, right? But he's all-round game. And people, to be fair, someone said to me, just appreciate what they've got. But I'm like, yeah, but that's not what the beautiful game is.
But do you know what it is as well, yeah? Why you can't just, like, you also have to give grace for, like, the fact that they are young. Like,
yes.
And
they're kids still.
There's times where...
Kids still, yeah.
There's times I see Mbappe playing. I'm like, Mbappe, that pass or make that run and blah, blah, blah. But that will come.
Yeah, it'll come. Yeah.
Like, he's already got it at... he's already at a standard where he's doing it at a high level already. But to get to that next
level is different.
Do you get me?
Did you see Wenger's interview about it?
It will come. He could have come. He went to... But I knew that at the time. When he went to thingy, he went to the house and whatever. Yeah, I knew that. I remember that at the time it was happening when he was leaving Monaco.
Do you know how many players Wenger's spoken to that he's nearly bought?
I don't even care.
Right, and you look and you think,
I don't even care. But do you know what? Some of them, his fault. Some of them, it's probably not his fault.
Nah, they can't all be his fault.
You get me? So I'm tired of hearing it because it just pisses me off now. At this point, it's like it just goes to show like how quickly that he's onto a player. But
it goes to show how good he is, you know.
But that's number one.
Yeah.
But it also goes to show, how his hands are tied at that club.
So much.
Because imagine if you can be in a position where you're talking to these players, they actually want to hear what you got to say.
Yeah.
But you probably can't offer them what they want.
You can't.
I'm not even talking about financially.
Yeah.
I'm talking about overall projects.
Overall, you can't match the same thing. Yeah.
It's mad. Like imagine trying to go to Mbappe saying, "Look, come to us," blah blah blah. And you're seeing Van Persie leave. You're seeing, you're not. We're underachieving, but then PSG come and say, "Look, next year we're hoping to get Neymar.
Yeah,
we've got Di Maria. We're winning the league.
You too.
Exactly. We're winning the league. We've got Cavani here. We've got whoever.
Yeah, it's like you get to stay in France. You ain't got to move.
Do you get what I'm saying? You're not gonna like it's just hard to compete with stuff like that. Do you get what I'm saying?
But like you said, it shows how much his hands are tied. It also shows how much, if you look at Sir Alex at Man United, how much his hands wasn't. Because to be fair to Alex Ferguson, Ronaldo also could have been an Arsenal player. But Alex Ferguson played against him in pre-season, went in. How much are going to cost? Fine, no problem.
What happened?
What happened?
It was basically that, yeah.
Because that's how I understood
Arsenal agreed a deal.
Yeah, the deal was agreed.
I think it was 6 million.
And then to loan him back or something.
I don't know. I just remember it was 6 million, and we're going to get Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah.
And then Man United played against him, and this guy he just ripped them up.
Everyone said, yeah, you need to buy
United went in for him, and then they were like, no, we've already think, and United doubled it.
Yeah, so how much? 12? Yeah, no problem. We'll do it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying.
But you know what? He never would have developed to be who he is if he came to Arsenal.
No. He would be a completely different player.
Do you get what I'm saying? He never would. And it's so funny. Like, imagine that. Those are the things that play a part. Like, the sort of team you play in and the players you play, you're in and around, like in and amongst that. Those are the things that really affect. Do you know what I mean? Because if you're in an underachieving team, do you know what I'm saying? I have no gripes about if Martial went to like a Real Madrid, if Martial went to a Bayern Munich or whatever. Like, look at Sane. I said a couple of years ago that I think Sane is next up, in regards to the top. And I think a lot of people at Man City, and don't get me wrong, Man City were a team who were like doing big things and whatever, but I think at Bayern, he will go to that next level.
I hope he does.
He's such a good player, man.
The thing is,
he's an old-fashioned winger.
Yeah, but you know what the problem with Bayern Munich is, Bayern Munich have this thing where
they run away with the league.
Well, not just that, but it's almost... Do you know what? You can only judge Sane when you see him in the Champions League, in my opinion. Because I think Bayern Munich are so much better than the rest of the teams in the Bundesliga.
Mm.
It's hard. I mean, don't get me wrong. He's come from a club. He was the best. He had the best team also, but it was a lot harder. in the
Yeah.
end. But I just think there's so much. Yeah, I think there's still.
Do you know what
so
it is?
much there.
I fully understand that, and that's why I think in the Champions League,
Can you imagine Bayern sorry to cut you. Bayern like City. Bayern could not start him, but then they'll play Kingsley Coman. Not start Kingsley Coman, then they'll play Sergio Gnabry. Not start. Do you know what I mean?
But-
what is that?
do you know why I think he will do better? Because Bayern, even though they're better than most of the teams there by far in their league, the players in and amongst them, they're playing at such a high level, and they seem to have such a mentality that just even if he did nothing but just train with them,
it feels normal.
yeah, that's normal. But then on top of that, in Champions League, they legit compete in the Champions League.
No, but this is what I'm saying. That's what I'm
yeah,
saying.
so
That's the judging
because
ground.
they're competing. And,
That's the ground you judge him on.
and when I say compete,
opinion.
I don't just mean they're taking part. Like they're
really
there
wiping teams.
Yeah.
and good teams.
I think that's when people are really going to
Like,
see that
good
Sane,
sides.
because
Yeah.
Man City, as much as we saw the potential that Sane had in the Champions League, we never ever really saw Man City really.
I'd love to see them play against each other. City and Bayern Munich.
You know what's funny? Yeah, this is going to sound so mad, and I'm probably going to regret saying this year. I actually, part of me wants City to win the Champions League.
Yeah, I do. Why not?
A part of me wants them to win the Champions League. It's not that if I want them, but if they won it, I wouldn't even. I wouldn't even complain.
Why-
You know,
why would I
like
be?
when Man United win Champions League,
Oh, no,
I hate it.
I don't
When
need
Chelsea win Champions League,
I don't
hate
need that
it.
either.
But if Man City were to win it, I wouldn't even be because they
Nah.
would have.
Let them.
They're good enough.
Yeah.
They're good
You can't.
enough. And,
They're actually undeniably
and
good.
if
enough.
you're a lover of football,
Yeah.
you just want to just see them do it. I really hope this Carling Cup or whatever it is, League Cup final.
They need to smash Tottenham.
I cannot have Tottenham winning this.
They need to smash Spurs.
But you know what the scary thing is?
my
Even
goodness.
though Man City Tottenham shouldn't have a chance of winning that.
No, Tottenham have got
The
a chance.
scary thing
Tottenham could win.
is that if there's one manager that will make it happen,
It's Jose.
it's Jose
Yeah,
Mourinho.
Tottenham have got a very good chance of winning. I don't think there's any question about it, to be fair. And to be fair, when you look at the form, Bale, Son, Kane, starting to get a little bit okay.
I know,
it's
but
getting a little bit.
The good thing is though about Tottenham is that defensively,
they're so weak.
I just think City will just poke holes in that. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think if you can keep Kane quiet, which this is going to sound weird. He's got I can't have him matching Henri's 20 goals, 20 assisting,
Bruv, do you know what? The numbers and I just tell people stop looking at them
Yeah, I know, but I can't have it because
because the time's wrong.
No. But people will
Time's
use
not
that.
the same.
People
Yeah.
will use that to say he's better than
but
Henri.
He's never.
Do you get
been
what I'm
better
saying?
than Thierry.
Anyway,
Thierry's the best.
it's funny because
Thierry's not just the best import we've had. He's probably the best player in the Premier League era.
best player in the Premier League era.
Yeah, Henri could be that guy.
I think that's going to be the clip for this week.
I'm telling. Yeah, ask the people. I'm telling you, there's people. Some people say Zola. I'm a Bergkamp fan. Thierry Henry has been the best import, arguably, we've ever had, and he's been the best player, arguably, in the Premier League era. If anyone who's watched Thierry, bear in mind he left England a long time ago. They say on the punditry, it's actually who's better. Someone find me a player who's better than him, who had more impact than him, who was better than him.
The thing is, I want it to be Henri, but I've got to think about it.
Yeah, but
it
takes some reflection. But he's probably the best player. There's no way you can say just because if Kane gets 21 and 21, what, he's better than Thierry Henry? No, he's not. He's just not.
I hear you.
Who do you think? Oh, you're thinking. You're thinking about it.
No. Do you know what it is?
Name me your top 5.
Impulse will just let me say
You want to say
Henri.
Thierry? Okay.
I'll say Henri.
Well, who's your top 5 best? Just not just goal scorers.
I
just
couldn't
best
think. Best players in the
just-
league.
And sometimes that word player is subjective because some people might pick like a Vieira or Gerrard and say, yeah, but he could do this, he could that. But think about it in terms of everything, impact, everything, the things that they did, the things they won, how much in awe they left you when they played.
My mind is
no
getting
one
so
better, bruv.
blank right now.
Bruv, it was him.
I'm trying to think of players who.
He had more impact. People can turn around and say Giggs, won 20 whatever's, I don't know. Yeah, it's
No.
good. That's all good for gigs. But he wasn't at that level
Do you know
as
what's funny?
often.
People even say Hazard. But
No
do you know
way.
what? I've never ever put Hazard on. Hazard has been a top player. I've never ever put Hazard
It's not that
on
level.
this level of best player in the world.
Do you remember
thing.
we said that? He's at that level just beneath it.
Yeah, no, but when I said that, or when you said it as well, like people were just, oh no, Hazard this, Hazard that. Listen,
Daps, like I always say, has time proven us right? I believe it has.
bruh. But Henry, you know what? Guys, let us know like who has been the
Genuinely.
greatest like Premier League player ever
Since it began.
since it began.
30 years now? No, 27
It
or
might be
something?
28 or something.
Yeah.
Genuinely,
Yeah,
or
it's
20
been Thierry Henry.
Yeah, who's been the best Premier League player?
It's Thierry. And I put a
Mad.
dot on it. Exclamation.
But back to what I was saying about
Yeah,
Kane.
sorry, go on.
We're all over the place with this podcast, but who cares?
No, it's good. It's good chat.
What I was going to say about Kane is that even it's going to sound so mad, and I know people are going to like say no, but look at the goals, blah 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 blah. I think with how he's playing now, he's become easier to play against, to defend against. I think in regards to or to stop, because the more he drops deep, hear me out.
Go on.
The more he drops deep
Yeah.
and he's far away from the goal,
Mhm.
if you just destroy whatever he's doing around there and just
Mhm.
control him in that area, because he
Mhm.
seems to be doing it a lot.
Yeah, he's dropping a lot.
Yeah, he's dropping a lot and in that hole.
Yeah.
If you can just stop him from working, if you get someone who's competent enough to
Yeah.
just stop him,
Yeah.
do you get what I'm saying? And I don't think in the middle of the park he's hard to really.
He's not going to
Control.
be the hardest person.
It's when he's in and around the box, you gotta just
problem.
yeah. So I think now, where he spends so much time dropping off and whatever, I think like against the City and stuff like that, I think they'll eat that right up. And Tottenham, even though Bale's coming back into it or whatever, if Kane doesn't perform, Tottenham don't perform.
Yeah.
So even when Son,
think
even though they
Kane
got
and
Son,
Son,
even
yeah.
though they got Bale, if Kane
Kane's
is
the one. That
Kane's
pins
the
it.
one that
Yeah.
lifts everyone up.
Yeah, yeah.
Because when Kane was out of the team, Son and Bale, they couldn't really get me. There was a moment in time when Son could actually.
Yeah.
He was
Son's
doing it.
form's dipped a little bit. But do you know what? Just to your point, yeah, I think you're right. It makes him easier to mark. But I think it gives him this dynamic he's adding to his game, yeah. I think how do you say someone's easier to play against, but they're actually improving as a footballer?
No, but this is
Do
what
you know
I'm
what I
trying
mean?
to
Like,
say.
that's what I'm trying to work out.
This is what I'm trying to say. Like, so it sounds mad to
His
say
contribution is.
that. It sounds mad to say that,
yeah.
but that's not me saying. Okay, the reason why I'm saying that is more to it's got more to do with the fact that he's further away from goal. He's further away
for
from
a
goal.
defender.
Do you get what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
So like, Kane for me, the problem where you want to keep him away from is
Is the goal.
in and amongst the goal.
Yeah.
The problem is that a lot of people are happy for him to be away from the goal and give him time.
Right.
But he's improved so much now that if you give him time
It's
in
a
that
problem
space,
also. Yeah.
it's now become a problem.
It's a problem also.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, 100%.
But when you look at when you look at the teams who, when he does drop in there,
Yeah.
they still got someone on him and they don't allow him to turn and
To do all
start
that.
playing.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All of a sudden, he's not in
The gambit changes. Yeah, I know what you mean.
He's not in and amongst the box, in and around the box, but
Yeah.
he's also not putting those passes through because he can pick a pass now.
Hey, you can pick a pass.
Yeah, he can pick a pass.
to be fair.
So that's why I say. So even though he's getting better,
He said he could pick a pass now.
yeah. Even though he's getting this Kane passing thing. I'm not saying he couldn't pass before, but it's different
He's
right
put
now.
a bit of spaz on it.
There's a bit of finesse.
A bit of finesse, a
Yeah,
bit
there's
of
a bit
flair
of
about what
finesse
he's
on
doing.
these passes,
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I agree with
Do you
you.
get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like he's added creativity.
He's added elements.
Okay, so that's what.
And they're
could pass.
noticeable as well.
Yeah, he could pass
Noticeable.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, you used enough there, mate.
I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Just
so he could always pass, yeah, but now
Left my water in the outside.
he's got
he's got the other bit.
it's almost like he's unlocked creativity.
Yeah,
So now he's spotted the pass. Now.
Like Pez or what's it? They have games when you unlock
Yeah.
a new skill.
He's doing a madness right now, man. So if you can somehow keep him quiet, and I think City have enough to be able to do that.
City should be able to.
No, they should, but
I mean, to be fair,
you also said they should have been able to get rid of United.
that's a different match.
It is a different
I
match,
mean, it's
but
a different team.
they should have. And City didn't just lose last week; they lost badly.
Yeah,
No, I'm not talking about the scoreline. I'm talking about
just
performance
the
and
performance.
whatever.
But to be fair,
very quickly before I forgot.
Go
Oh
on.
no, finish the point.
I was going to say, to be fair though, Liverpool was set up
Liverpool.
as the team
Oh, I hear
to counter City's play, yeah? And they did that for arguably 2 or 3 seasons. Yeah?
Mhm.
They always seem to beat them, right? United are becoming that team.
Yeah.
They just know how to play against City. United will play that same way against another team and United will lose.
Fam, Ollie, he's got the drop on Pep, bro.
Yeah.
I think he's the one that's got the most wins.
The way he's played against him has been almost perfect.
Yeah. And I noticed a couple of weeks ago, I forgot who they were playing. Man City were playing someone. Or he was talking and he was just like, he was talking about the way they play and he's like no one can. I think it might be, no, it was after the Liverpool match. And he was saying the way Liverpool play, no one can do what they do. And then he goes, apart from maybe Manchester United.
Pep.
Yeah. So when Pep said that,
that's what I'm saying.
I was just like, bro, he actually respects.
Yeah. He knows the threats, bruv.
Yeah, like, do you know what I mean? But when you look at United, when a lot of people look at United, they just kind of look and think, oh yeah, United doing what they do.
Bruv, they're set up to be able to play against a team like City.
He understood.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie, it made me look at it made me be like, right, okay. Because you always know United have it in them to just win. But I always put it down to like individual brilliance or whatever. But the way he spoke, just to him speaking about, because he knows football.
He knows football.
And he said they can't play how Liverpool play. Yeah. No one can do what Liverpool do on the counter-attack, apart from Manchester United.
Yeah.
So it let me know that
United's a problem.
Yeah, United's a problem.
Yeah,
and he recognised it. Do you get what I'm saying?
Mm.
But what I wanted to say is that I saw a lot of people talking on social media about the fact that Kevin De Bruyne is back and City look like they look worse off and they actually play better without him in the team.
No, they don't.
And
they actually don't.
And
again, it's people talking rubbish.
And I was thinking to myself.
So what's happened for the last 2-3 seasons? What about that?
I was thinking to myself, when they said that, so I'm just gonna make sure I do this camera thing.
People talk rubbish.
Okay, wait. What's your take on that? Let me just quickly reset the camera. Go on.
What's my take on the City looking better without De Bruyne?
Yeah.
It's bullshit. He's their talisman. Do you know what happens when you have a player who's so influential? Yeah? You get to the point where the player kind of just doesn't really have a position anymore. And I think City suffer from that a little bit with De Bruyne, right? Because it doesn't matter what combination you play him in, whether you play him as one of the 3 in midfield or one of the 3 up front, you're going to get a storied performance. The guy had a knee injury or something or whatever it was. He's been out. He's back. They don't look worse off. They're actually creating a lot of chances. But the difference is that they learned how to play without him because they had runners from deep. Gundogan, for example, is a good example of that. Foden come into that mode. But you can't discount the last 2 years. Yeah. And the last 3 years or 4 years, however long he's been there, and what he's done in that.
I hear that.
You can't discount that.
And also, I think where City are so good right now, and it's just unfortunate when they put up the stats like matches that City have won with Kevin De Bruyne, matches that they've won without Kevin De Bruyne. At the beginning of the season, though, City were struggling. Like the whole team was struggling. That wasn't because of Kevin De Bruyne. No. So a lot of Kevin De Bruyne's stats came from that time.
But did you see what he started pulling them through though?
No, but I know this. And last week against United, he had a bad game. But it happens.
Yeah, cool.
He had a bad game. And he was, because they lost, because there's times where as a Man City player, you can have a bad game, but your team still wins.
Just get
so it's not noticeable. But where he's who he is, and his passes, like you could see his passes weren't connecting, they weren't doing whatever. And all of a sudden he's having a bad game. Like, but to then turn around and say they play better without him, I could see why they might say that. But
who says this?
It's on social media and stuff.
People are mad. People pull up some crazy stats. Like, what does that mean? Okay,
I think anytime De Bruyne is in your team, like I notice the levels of that team.
The team's better.
Yeah, I notice the levels of that team go up. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? And he's just such. I don't actually use the word intelligence when it comes to football, but he's such an.
No, he's on another level, bro.
He's such an intelligent, accomplished player.
Do you know if Belgium recognised that and didn't try to accommodate? Obviously, they've just got ridiculously good players everywhere, but Belgium would do a lot better than they do.
Mate.
But they play through Hazard, which to be fair is not a problem in itself, but there's a how you play through Hazard. And they've got Lukaku, who's a very much I don't want to say a stiff number 9, but very much a number 9.
Mm.
At City, you've got a fluid number 9.
At what point do people? In fact, I'm going to come back to that one actually. But yeah, no. I just wanted to touch on that people.
That's a good point.
People are saying that
people talk rubbish.
Saying that
I said this last week also.
Yeah,
people talk rubbish.
Yeah, I think people are just saying that De Bruyne plays. I mean, Man City played better without De Bruyne, and it was something again that I just thought, how can you even? You can't say that. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, I get he's had bad games, but a lot of the games he's played in before his injury were at the beginning of the season when the team was struggling.
But you know what though? Has he had bad games, or has he just not had as much brilliant games?
No. I think his games haven't been bad, but I think when
everyone else's standard, he's probably still done.
I think when the team aren't performing, it's like it comes back to that whole Aubameyang thing. When the team weren't performing, there's times where he didn't play badly.
Yeah, he just didn't.
He didn't play badly, but he didn't have one of his best games. But because the team is playing badly, it comes across that you're playing badly as well.
Shout out,
but yeah, what I was going to say, at what point, because no matter what happens, and how many goals he scores, I still feel like people don't really respect Lukaku.
They don't. They don't want to. They don't want to. Do you know what? Let me tell you the problem about Lukaku when Lukaku was in England, Lukaku would not
go finish 1-1 United.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, the AC Milan scored in the second minute of added time.
Who scored? Zlats?
He didn't play. Who's Kier? Diallo scored. Diallo's header was good though. He scored a header. The 19-year-old. Yeah, go on.
It's a good player to be fair. The problem is that Lukaku, when he was in England, would go 3 or 4 games. No, let me put it this way. When Lukaku's not on, he looks
crap.
Yeah, woefully bad. But when he's on,
but do you know what?
And do you know? But that corrupts people's minds because Lukaku can't have an average game. He's either good or he's not. And he's the kind of man who'll have 2 good games, 4 bad games, then he'll have 2 amazing games, then 3 okay games. That's the kind of man he is. So Lukaku's thing is, and he's weird because he doesn't do the basics from a football perspective that good. So it's hard. I ain't gonna lie. I can almost see people's argument because they don't necessarily respect him as a football player. You can't take away his goal scoring. Even though, like I've always said, he'll score none against Liverpool, none against Arsenal, none against Chelsea, but then he'll score 6 against Hull. All of a sudden, it's like he got 2. It's like he got 2 a game for the last 3 games.
Yeah,
do you see what I'm saying?
I hear that. I think for me, it's like if you look at his over his career, he's just going to get you goals. Do you get what I'm saying? And then at the time when he struggled,
they're not going to be pretty. They ain't going to be nice.
But at the time when he was struggling at United, again, it's like that whole De Bruyne thing I was talking about. United were also struggling.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So like, and also it doesn't help when you don't play to their strengths. Do you get what I'm saying? And now that, and to be fair, let's just say it was all Lukaku's fault. Let's just say that, even though it wasn't. He's now gone to AC Milan. He's now gone to Inter Milan, and people are still judging him off United.
Yeah, but and they're not watching him.
And well, but even when they do watch him, because there's always a clip of him scoring a goal, even though they're like, but it's Italy. And I hate when people use that argument. Yeah, but it's Italy.
People are mad. I've realised
it's a rubbish
people
league.
are crazy.
It's a rubbish league, and it's like they forget that he did it for West Brom.
He's done it everywhere.
He did it for Everton. he did all right at United. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, he didn't do bad.
I feel like United made him a scapegoat. And I'm not trying to be funny, but they got rid of him and wanted to make Martial or Rashford the number 9.
And
none of
clearly
them,
weren't there.
None of them have filled the boots.
Clearly weren't there.
And I would take Lukaku over Martial as number 9.
Okay, good.
As a number 9 all day long. As a player, I'll take Martial over. Who would I want in my team?
Even do you know what? As a player,
even that is a.
As a player, I'll take Rashford over both.
People don't. You know what? People need to respect Rashford. You know,
is cold.
People need to respect Rashford.
Rashford's cold, mate.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Do you know what it is? Rashford suffers from that thing of being English, being homegrown, coming through the. It's weird.
Do you think that's what it is?
Yeah. They don't respect. They don't respect. They don't respect. Don't get me wrong. okay, if you look at a striker, and that's what people will say, yeah, striker, but goal return, he's been there 6 years, all this other shit. Yeah, that's all good. But you have to remember, the kid broke in like 16 or 17 years
But
old.
can you remember? Do you think, because I saw someone say this, that if Rashford weren't from England,
Yeah.
we'd praise him a lot
We'd
more.
praise him a lot. I've always said it. You would praise him a lot more. If Man United, if Martial had come through the academy and Man United had bought Rashford, they would talk about him if they bought him from Monaco, they would talk about him in a completely different manner. Because whenever you buy a player, and to be fair, this is when Simon Jordan actually talks a little bit of sense sometimes. When I listen to him talk, not all the time, Simon. Sometimes you chat shit. But when but when when a player is bought as a commodity, yeah, and you've paid money for him, regardless whether that player is 16, 17, 18, 25, 26, do you know what your perception is as a fan?
He's better.
You know, but you buy him as a man. You buy him as almost a finished article type thing, even though you know he's still a project. But you instantly, because he's a finished article, you give him more time, even though you know he's developing. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But when you have a player come through the academy, have you noticed? Even people like Rashford, ask a Man United fan how old Rashford is. Sometimes they will still feel like he only just bust through last season or 2 seasons ago. He's been there for coming up to 6 seasons, 6, 7 years. So they won't respect him the same. But the moment he leaves and he goes to a bigger club, or not a bigger club, but another club, and all of a sudden he's scoring goals left, right, and centre, everyone will be like, "Oh, why did we let him go?"
And that's the thing, because
why did we let him go so soon?
Not to compare him to Mbappe, but I think a lot of people don't see Mbappe's bad games.
Yeah, you don't watch France.
A lot of people don't see Haaland's bad games.
Again, this is my point. You don't watch them.
So, but because we see Rashford week in, week out.
Yeah.
But imagine being that person who's abroad and then you see clips of Rashford's got another goal today. Rashford set up another goal today. And
in
Rashford's
Europe,
always involved.
It's a good. Do you know, I love the perspective you put on that. In Europe, if you flipped it, yeah, I'm convinced anyone who watches the English Premier League will talk really highly of Marcus Rashford in terms of his contribution to Man United. Yeah, they would. The problem you've got here, like you said, Haaland's not playing in a struggling team. Mbappe's not playing in a struggling team. Both of those teams are between the top 1 or 2 in their country. The narrative behind Man United, regardless, if Man United won the league, the narrative I don't even think will change. The narrative is that they're not quite there, not a team. It's quite negative.
It's so funny that though. That they're second in the league and like,
yeah.
But I get it because I'm like that as well. Even when they first got to second, I said they're not going to win the league.
But you don't feel their dominance. You don't feel like, oh, do you know what, they're sick. You just don't feel it.
Like you know, like
they're a struggling team that is actually achieving, which is a really strange thing to say.
You know, with like, let's take Spain. So the team in first, let's say Atletico. Atletico are doing well right now. The team in second, let's just say, I don't know who's second, let's say Real Madrid. Like, there's still teams that will put teams away. Barcelona, there's still teams that will put teams away. You go over to flipping Germany, Bayern Munich, put teams away. Then you got like a Dortmund who, even though they're not still
flying.
put teams away.
Yeah.
Leipzig, you come against these teams and you're like, but with Man United, you know, like with City, you feel like this is a dangerous thingy. I hear what you're saying about Man United. You don't come up against Man United and think, like, you still think that you can beat this team.
Even though you see the stars on the team.
Yeah.
you still feel like
we can
get
they're beatable. Like with City, you feel like, oh, if we play this way, if we do this, if we do that right, we can beat.
We can get a result.
With Man United, I feel like teams actually go up against them thinking, no, we can
go at them.
Do
you know what I mean? And I think you get that. Like, and to be fair as well, people like Cavani and that, it's an unfair time for them to come to Man United. Because if Cavani come to Man United with flying, yeah, mate, everyone will be singing this guy. Again, it's just a narrative. The narrative will change. The whole narrative will change. Arsenal could get fucking Upamecano tomorrow. Guess what? The narrative will probably still be the same. Because the general feeling around the club, the general vibe ain't quite what you want it to be. It's a hard thing to dispel. Okay, look at it this way, yeah? And to be fair, I think it was Jamal who said it. Shout out Jammer, yeah? He said Arsenal probably having one of their worst seasons ever. Tottenham are not having one of their worst seasons. Liverpool are having one of their worst seasons. But Arsenal's chaos is still deeper than those two. But the points difference is like 5-6 points.
Yeah.
Do you know how nonsense? That doesn't fathom. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Oh, Arsenal though, man.
That's what I'm saying. Like United, you wouldn't know if you didn't look at the league table whether Man United was second or whether they were ninth.
Yeah.
Because the feeling, it feels the same. They're in a state of constant crisis. At least that's the outward. That's what it feels to the people listening to the narrative about the football club. Whereas if you look at Chelsea, Chelsea's not lost in the last 5 games, but the narrative around them is that they're pushing top 4. And to be fair, Tuchel looks like he might get it.
They're so boring.
But they're so bad. This is what do you understand what I'm saying? But they're so bad. Guess what? Chelsea went from becoming a really exciting team under Lampard that maybe won a game, lost a game, won a game, lost a game, to a team under Tuchel that's like, yeah, they're getting through, but everyone's like, don't want to watch him.
Can I just have a quick rant? For everyone that keeps wondering why I'm looking at my phone, if you're watching this on YouTube, by the way, is because I keep checking on the Arsenal score.
And what's the score?
No, it's still 0-0.
Do you know what I want to talk about, quickly? Just while we're doing it, I probably shouldn't do it. Yeah. To be fair, they can't exactly find me. But VAR.
Do you know what? I was going to bring that up in regards to the Arsenal match.
Shower of rubbish.
I was going to bring that up in regards to the Arsenal match, but like,
it's not even just the Arsenal game.
I know, but I was going to talk about the Arsenal match. In fact, while I'm there, on that VAR thing, we should have definitely won that game.
Don't know why I laugh like that.
Against Burnley. And you know what? On Xhaka, yeah. This is why, no matter how well he plays week in, week out,
this is the
over
problem,
the course of months, yeah, there's always,
that
in
moment.
fact, every game, he's got those moments in it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
But normally, he does it in the middle of the park and then we're on the attack.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it on his flipping goal line. Well, it doesn't, the mistakes that happen on the goal line. And people were trying to blame Leno.
It's not Leno's fault.
Listen, Leno gave him that pass, yeah. Listen, you're a professional footballer. You take that pass first time and bang. Even if you take that touch, you don't just fire it straight at the player. But I'm not having that as Leno's fault.
It's not Leno's fault.
Because a more competent player gets that ball and just first time around the corner and blah, blah, blah.
Literally, first time around the corner. Or even if you take a touch, even after he took a touch and he was under pressure, but his first touch was back towards Leno, which is probably the first problem. But again, I understand that because you've got pressure on you. But your first touch should never be back in a straight line.
Even if
your first touch should be off to the side so you can...
Even if you do that first touch. So once he's done the first touch, he knows there's a player there.
He knows a player.
It's not like the player's just come and closing it. He knows there's a player.
Do you know what
I'm all right if you just hook it somewhere.
Do you know the picture that I saw in my mind when I seen it build up? I thought to myself, do you know what he's going to do? He's going to do what all good seasoned pros do. Literally, as the ball's coming, you flick it up over your head. Just not an overhead kick, but you know when you flick it up, and you just almost like a clearance. Like around the corner, but like a hoof.
But the thing is, the reason why I just thought he wasn't going to do that is because Wood had shut off the pass into Luiz.
Yeah.
Xhaka's come. So Lennon's going to get it to him, and then you pop it up because that pass is
because the pass, yeah.
Just pop it. It's normal. Do you get what I'm saying? There's no way the player behind him was ever going to, the player closing down was ever going to close, was ever going to get that ball.
He wouldn't,
unless he goes through the man.
Or unless Xhaka took mad time.
Yeah. But this is what I'm saying. Once he's taken that touch, you just hook it away. Or even if you just do a little tap to Leno. There's other things you could have done.
Point. You could actually set it back to him.
Oh, anyway.
Do you know what's interesting about what you just say? Yeah? I watched that clip many times. He didn't really look up.
It's just, I don't know. It was just so bad. And then once again, our own individual mistake has been our undoing. Because when you look at that game, yes, I know. I had someone on Twitter telling me I'm making excuses because I said individual mistakes have cost us again. But let's not like be fooled. We got bumped with that penalty. He came at me like, stop making excuses. And I said, how am I making excuses?
That's the man who didn't watch the game.
We should have won. Yes, like we had chances.
Yeah.
But we also got bumped.
It was clear.
We didn't get bumped for a yellow card or a set. We got bumped for a penalty, which is a game changer.
A game changer.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, and if it was a thing that was debatable, I would understand. But this handball,
it was so obvious.
And do you know what's mad? They didn't even refer it to the.
That was what I didn't understand. I thought you had to. I thought that was a rule.
Do
you know what I found even more scary? The one that was less of a handball was the one he sent him off for.
Which one? Oh, the one. Yeah,
that was less of a handball than the first one. It's the one he sent him off for.
Yeah.
Nah, it was a joke. That's what I'm saying. It's my point. You might as well not do that. You might as well not have the VAR thing because.
At the end of the day, it's still.
You're still getting. Do you know what they should do? VAR should only apply to certain situations. If you're going to do the offside thing, do it. But let the ref make the discretion around that, around the penalty thing. Because I'm convinced, Maybe, to be fair, maybe the ref didn't see it, but the Lineal could have saw it. I don't understand how they missed that one, man.
Mate, well, I'm just looking at I've just seen the starting lineup now that Arsenal went with today. Bellerin,
Ugh.
Luiz, Gabriel, Tierney. All right, Partey, Xhaka, Saka, Odegaard, Willian, Aubameyang.
It's not a bad forward line. Not a bad
Yeah.
team. What do you think about Lacazette's situation?
I think they're gonna give him an extra year on his contract.
Do you think so? I don't think they will.
Because next year he's going into his last year of the contract.
I think they're going to try to extend him this summer.
Oh yeah, but you're not going to get much money from him.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's about that. I think you'd rather get some than make a loss. Because okay, they're going to give him enough extra year. What if we refuse to sign it? Then what?
No. I think he wants to stay he wants to stay. So I think if you offer him another contract, then again they might sell him. But just know you're not going to get much for him. I don't think. Number one, especially in the last year of the contract. Number two, I think because there's other areas we need to get me.
Yeah.
Like I'm hearing right back Hakimi or Lamptey, which I'm not gonna lie. If we get any of them two, yeah.
They're both good buys.
Oh, if we
They're
get any
both
of
good
those two,
buys.
that would be good.
But do you know what frustrates me about the Lamptey one?
What?
You've got boys in your academy who are like that.
Who, Arsenal?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is,
And had boys in your academy who were like that.
I hear
Vontae
that.
Campbell's is a good example.
who?
Vontae Campbell, who's gone to who's the one who's at Leicester now.
Yeah, I hear that, but
Shout out Vontae, by the way.
my thing is that, yeah, my thing with that is that you've got boys in your academy like that, but he's now
No, I know he's doing,
doing
it.
it.
Yeah, he's doing
now
it. Yeah,
doing
no,
it,
no,
which
I
is why
understand.
I get it. Do you get what I'm saying? It's no longer like a risk or whatever. Like he's doing it, but Hakimi. And do you know what's so funny? Let's just say, obviously, until we actually get one of these players, it's all hearsay at the end of the day. But let's just say we're getting a Hakimi or a Lamptey, and suddenly our back four is Tierney, Lamptey, Gabriel, and whoever.
It changes it.
It changes the whole
It
dynamic.
changed the whole complex of it. Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Then Leno, and then you've got Partey in the middle.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So that's why I say I think
It changes
we might
everything.
keep Laka because he's got rid of a lot of players so far. But I still think because money's always going to be tight, he's going to use the money to strengthen whatever area he can.
Where do you think he needs to improve though?
Right back, 100%.
Yeah.
Centre midfield.
Yeah.
Because there's so much promise in there with Partey in there.
I think that's actually the one position I'd focus on more than anything else. The right back one, you can just let Bellerin just drift out.
Or Cedric, and you could just make do. And
You can actually make do with
Yeah,
Cedric in that.
but yeah, centre midfield, 100%.
You need to. Do you know
I
why?
think-
Because you haven't got two sure starters. And then he's good, but he's probably not quite at the level of Arsenal. Ganduzi looks like he's not going to come back. I'm a little bit disappointed that they didn't give Torreira a real shot because
But Torreira's only on loan, so
that
he
bothered
could
me.
come back still.
No, but that bothers me. But I don't think they're having him.
But do you know what it is? I don't think
that
Torreira
bothers
wants
me.
to be. I think he's got home. You know these South Americans when they come to.
Yeah, he's gone to Spain. But to be fair, yes, I suppose it's kind of the most similar in Europe. To
Yeah.
to home for
Do you know what I'm saying? Like he just didn't want to be there. But yeah, let me wrap this up. I need to get on for the game, bro. I think we've done a good.
Yeah, Arsenal one. I don't know. But to be fair, I'll be interested what people say about that one. And about the I think people are hyping up this. I don't like them putting numbers on people, man. But they're putting mad numbers on Haaland, and Man City want him for 100 million. United want to do him for 100 million. Oh, come on, bro. Give me a break, man.
It's so funny though. Like
I'm not saying
but
he's not worth
in
that.
this
by the
day and
way.
age,
Well, I'm not saying
he'll go for 100 in this. No. I don't know because he's. You know what it is. Anytime someone's at the forefront of all the media speculation, and that's the next up, it's the media that drives.
it's the media
price up.
drives it.
Yeah, the media drives it.
The geezer's saying he wants to win the league with Leeds United.
So you see,
That's what he wants to do.
so you see, like
His dad played for him. Isn't it?
you see, that is not his dad.
You didn't know?
Oh my gosh,
Are you serious? Is this
that is not his dad.
is that a joke? Are you being serious? Is that a revelation?
I'll think of Haaland.
Haaland?
No.
Haaland is Erling Haaland's father.
Oh my god. You know what? In my head, I always call him Alfinga Haaland, yeah?
Yeah,
But I didn't know that was his dad.
that's his father. It's his
The
dad.
one that
Check
Roy
it.
Keane,
Yeah,
did a
that's his
job
dad.
on.
That's his dad. That's why he likes Man City and Leeds, but he supports Leeds.
the one that the one that Roy Keane did a job on.
Yeah, Alvin Haaland. He looks like him. What?
I cannot believe that's his dad.
That's his dad. Alvin Haaland is Erling Haaland's father.
Oh my gosh, that is an absolute revelation.
It shows you how like the genetics, the size. I think Haaland did that no pace. But I don't know where Erling Haaland's got his speed from. That's his father. That's his dad. Check it out.
Haaland.
That's his dad.
Wow. That is wild. I wonder how Roy Keane feels about his son. He probably don't even care, but I wonder how Alfinga Haaland
He must be
feels
so
about
proud of his boy.
Keane. I mean, Erling Haaland feels about Keane.
I don't know if he'll have an opinion on it.
Because
He might do. If he comes to the Prem and Keane's commentating or something and got something said about him, then he'd be like,
shut up.
yeah, he's irrelevant anyway. He'll say something mad.
I cannot.
Are you serious? You did not know that?
That might be a reason why he didn't go United, you know.
Potentially.
If his dad was like, nah. Because
the thing is that he seems to remember who his dad played for.
I cannot.
Are you serious? You didn't know?
It makes so much sense.
Disappointed that you didn't know that.
Why don't
How would you not know that though?
I didn't know that.
Wow.
I legit didn't know.
You got to do better than that. I'm actually shocked that I thought you were joking.
I don't think a lot of people know that.
I'm sure they do. Put a stat. Put up a thing. Put a vote up. I'm telling you. People know Alfinga Haaland is Erling Haaland's father. Anyone who knows about Alfinga Haaland anyway.
Let me call Spence.
Do you know what you should do? Put a question up on our Instagram. Who is Erling Haaland's dad? Do you know? Yes or no? Just literally yes or no.
Spence not pick up.
Spence or no?
Yo, mate. All right, you're on the pod very quickly, yeah? Very quickly.
Do not swear.
Yeah. Do you know who Erling Haaland's dad is? No. Exactly.
What?
See? No one knows. Lamin just told me. Do you know who his dad is, bro? Alfinga Haaland.
Really?
See?
What? He's chatting shit. No, Spence is winding me up. That's a wind up. No, he's winding me up. He's been winding me up for about a month for different things. He's winding me up. Spence is winding me up.
All I know about Haaland is Roy Keane smashed in my butt. That's all I know, bro.
Are you serious? You didn't know Alfinga Haaland's his dad?
No. I don't think anyone knew that.
Wow.
Some people might, but no.
I'm a bit shocked.
That's a good pub question, isn't it?
I did not know that until just now.
Pub quiz question.
Spence, big up.
Big up.
Are you watching the Arsenal match?
Watching it now, yeah.
Are we looking?
It is what it is, isn't it? We look all right, but then we just give away cheap possession and look to concede. 0-0 at the minute, but I don't know. I think we'll probably win. But I think we'll chuck in a goal or two.
That's typical Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's typical.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Cool. In a bit.
See?
I'm so shocked that you lot didn't know that's his dad. He actually even looks like his dad.
That is absolute wild. Let me just try Morris and see if he
looks like his dad though. I don't get.
No, it makes sense now. I wonder if Morris gonna pick up now. I think we're gonna wrap up.
I'm shocked. I'm stunned that you lot didn't know that.
No, what? Why would I know that? No, that's it. Cool. Well, that's it from us. We've clocked on. Well, I've clocked on that.
Revelation.
Yeah, that's a proper revelation for me. But guys, keep liking, subscribing, sharing. Another week, another podcast down. Obviously, in the comments, let me see what you guys are saying. And yeah, let me see what you guys are saying in the comments. And if there's anything you don't agree with, then get at Lamin because you only not agree with him. And if you knew that Erling Haaland's dad was Alfinga Haaland, then let me know in the comments. Too.
Yeah, I'm interested in that.
Yeah, because
I'm sure people would have known.
I don't think a lot of people knew that, bro.
So I've educated a lot of people today.
Yeah, it looks like it, man.
Wow.
Looks like it. But yeah.
I'll invoice you all later.
Yeah. Cool. But yeah, guys, we're out.